All right, we are going to go through the desmos activity for 5.1, solving systems by graphing. So you can kind of tell me how you're feeling, energetic or tired, positive, negative. That one's up to you. So we're going to solve a system of linear equations, check solutions, and solve some real life problems. We probably will not do the real life problems here, but more in class. A system of linear equations is when you've got two or more equations. So first semester, we spent a lot of time doing one equation. Now we're throwing two equations in at the same time. So let's kind of get our thinking going. Tell whether each ordered pair is a solution. Well, that first ordered pair here is 4, 4. And remember, an ordered pair is telling me an x and a y. So we have y equals negative x plus 8. So I'm going to take out the y, put in 4. So I'll have a negative sign, take out the x, put in a 4. If I added those together, I get 4 equals 4, which is a true statement. So this is going to be a yes. Let's go ahead and do another one. Negative 2, 3. That is my x and my y. So I've got y equals, let's do that in green so that it matches up. Y equals negative 2x minus 1. Take out the y, put in 3. So that's what that equals. I've got a negative 2, and it's times, and my x is also negative 2 minus 1. That's going to give me 3 equals negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 minus 1. Well, that one is a yes. Let's go ahead and do another one. My x is 3. My y is 2. Wrote those kind of small so they're hard to see. X plus 6y equals 13. So 3 plus 2 times 2 equals 13. I can already tell that that's going to be a no, because 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. And the last one, that one in orange, I'm going to do it over here where there's a little bit more space. My x is 1, my y is 3. So I have 4x minus 3y equals negative 5. So 4 times 1 minus 3 times my y is 3 equals negative 5. 4 minus 9 equals negative 5. Now 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So I'm ending up with two things that equal each other. That one is a yes. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to move on to a system of equations. If you notice, I have two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. We're going to do exactly what we just did, but for it to be a yes, it has to work for both equation 1 and 2. You can't just test one of them. So my x is 2, my y is 5. I would end up with 2 plus 5 equals 7. I can do that in my head. That is going to be good. But then I need to check this one as well. 2 times 2 minus 3 times 5 equals negative 11. It's going to give me 4 minus 15. And it looks like I'm going to end up with a true statement. So Oops, for me. There it goes. Negative 11 equals negative 11. So that one is yes, it is a solution. All right. Normally I'd have you try this one on your own. We're going to go ahead and do it together. X, Y. My y is 0 minus or equals. Almost forgot to write my equal sign. Negative 2 times negative 2 minus 4. That's going to give me 4 minus 4, which does equal 0. So that one works out. And then I'm going to try the bottom one. My y is still 0. My x is negative 2. This one's not going to work out because I'm going to have 0 equals negative 2 plus 4, which is 2. That's a false statement, so that one doesn't work out. So that one would be no, not a solution. All right. So on this one, we're going to solve it by graphing. The solution is where the graphs cross. I might even write that down. The solution is where the graphs cross. So I'm going to do an ordered pair. I go right 1, so my x is 1, and I'm going up 1, so my y is 1. On this one, same situation. It's where the graphs cross, so I'm going left. I always go right or left first because I need my x to be the first one in the ordered pair. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be negative 3. And I'm going down 1, so it's negative 1. I don't know if you can hear in the background, there is a dog that is not happy that I'm not paying attention to her. All right, on this one, I'm going right 1, and then down negative 2. So right 1, down negative 2. All right, now we're going to solve these on our own. We're going to get some color coordination going though. So here, my slope is 1/3. Oops, I wrote that backwards. I put it in the wrong spot. My slope is still 1/3, but that's my m. My y-intercept is 3. So I always begin with my y-intercept. So I'm going to put a dot at 3. And then my slope was 1/3. So I'm going up 1, right 3. So from that point, up 1, right 3. And then I'm going to draw a line. And I want to make sure that this line is pretty long. I want it to cover that entire graph, okay? So there's my first line. Now the next one, I want to do that one in red, or in blue, I'm sorry. And my y-intercept right there is negative 2. My slope is 2. I'm going to make that 2 over 1 because I like to deal with a fraction. So start with your y-intercept. That's where you begin. I'm going to go up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to draw my line. And again, I want to draw that line so that it is pretty long. And I think I'm off just a little bit here. The key here is to be as accurate as possible. Let's try that again. There we go. Trying to make sure I go through those hash marks. And that's one of the problems with graphing, is it's hard to be super accurate. So they're crossing right there. So that solution is 1, 2, 3. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try the next one. Here, I might not worry as much about the color changes, but yeah, I will. My y-intercept is 4. My slope is negative 3/4. Start with the 4. This time I'm going to go down 3, right 4. Go ahead, draw my line. Then I'm going to do the next one. My y-intercept is -1. My slope is 1/2. We'll put a dot at 1, -1, and then up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. Let's draw my line. And it is crossing right here. Oops, went crazy with the dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1. So on this one, my y-intercept is -1. My slope is -1/2. So begin at -1. And then from there, I'm going to go down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. If I wanted to, I could have gone up 1, left 2. And sometimes with these, putting as many dots as possible can help out with your line, making it as accurate as possible. Go ahead and do the next one. My y-intercept is -4. Oops, that looks like a 9. And my slope is 1/4. So put a dot at -4. And I'm going to go up 1, right 4. Go ahead, draw my line. There's my intersection right here. So in that case, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right and down. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hopefully at this point you are starting to catch the idea. Let's go ahead and do one more. We want to do this in green. My y-intercept is -4. My slope is 5/2. I'm going to go down 4 because B is where I begin. My y-intercept is where I begin. And then I'm going to go up 5, right 2. I think I can get another point in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/2. Draw my line. Now do the next one in blue. My y-intercept is 3. There's not a number written there, but it's understood to be -1 because I have -1x. And again, I want to make that into a fraction. My rise over run. And there, start with your B. That's where you want to begin at 3. And then I'm going to go down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. And then just draw my line. That one's pretty easy to see where they intersect. It's right there. I'm going right 2, up 1. All right. Here, my y-intercept is -4. My slope is 1/3. So begin with -4. Go up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. If I wanted to, I could go down 1, left 3. Draw my line. And again, you want to be as neat and accurate as possible. Let's go ahead and do the next one. My y-intercept is 4. My slope is negative 7/3. So begin at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go down 7, right 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right 3. Look at that. It's going to cross right there. And my solution, oops, I want to do that in red, is right here. So I went 1, 2, 3 to the right, and down 3. All right, on this one, I'm going to do the blue one first this time. My y-intercept is 4. My slope is negative 3. Again, I like to make that into a fraction. So I'm going to go right 4. Did I say right 4? I meant to say up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it needs to be on the y-axis. I think I was already starting to think about the slope. 1, 2, 3, right 1, down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1. Let's go ahead and draw our line. Now let's do the next one in green. Oops. My y-intercept is negative 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm starting to get tired of doing these. I looked at the wrong number. My y-intercept is negative 2. My slope is 3. So I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, right 1. Draw my line. And my point of intersection is 1, 1. All right, next one. Put the dot where you think you are. Makes sense, confusing, interesting, uninteresting. And go ahead and start your assignment.